It is written that if the box of destiny is ever found, then whosoever finds the 3 keys can lock the doorway open or lock the doorway shut. But above all, they must have the 2 children of Heritron. Then the fate of Heritron will be sealed forever.
Well, here we are then. Welcome back. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, Mark, Lisa, you remember Erica?
Yeah.
You were here last year.
Yeah, I just started working for your uncle when he came last summer. Oh, I put some lunch out for them.
Oh, I don't expect you to do that.
Oh, I thought they'd be hungry. I'm starving.
Me too.
How long are you able to stay?
We're not really sure. Mum's had to go and look after Grandad for a few days.
He's had an operation.
Now listen, kids, I hope you won't be too bored. Nothing much happens around here. Oh, who can that be? Well, Sir Derek Janus, again. To what do we owe the pleasure this time, Sir Derek, as if I couldn't guess?
I have here a court order which allows us access to the park for the purpose of recovering important Roman remains.
Court order? I wasn't informed about this. My solicitors
Your
told me-
solicitors have conceded defeat already. That court order was issued this morning. There is nothing you can do about it.
We'll see about that. I'm not having a bunch of vandals invade my property.
Vandals. Oh dear. This is Professor Humphrey Waters, one of the country's leading archaeologists, and his renowned assistant, Dr. Stephanie Burns.
What's going on, Uncle George?
Hello. We're looking for a Roman box of enormous significance, which we believe was hidden somewhere in this area. We know there is an ancient pavilion in the park, and we think the box may be hidden there.
This is private property.
But it is not exempt from the law. Good day to you.
I'll see what the police have to say about this. What do you mean they can just burst in here? Oh, right. Apparently they can. Some ridiculous law about treasure trove.
Uncle George, they're talking about breaking into the old building.
What?
Do you have a key?
No, I don't.
It appears to be unlocked after all. Shall we go in?
You two stay with Erica, is that all right?
Yes. What are you going to do?
I've got to go out.
To get help.
I think there's a way we can fight them.
So there it is, at last. Do you realize this treasure is almost 2,000 years old? And it's in perfect condition.
Salutations, Ariana. Where's the Countess?
Guardian, what's wrong?
It has begun, my lady. The box of destiny has been found by others.
How did this happen?
I failed to guard it properly. I should have known, I ought to have guessed, but that man, Janus, who was so insistent on searching the park, is one of them. He is from Heritron. I know because I saw him use the power to open the old building.
Where is the box now?
Oh, still in the park for the moment, but they won't leave it there. His colleague, Professor Waters, will take it.
Is he one of them? From Heritron?
Oh, no, I think he's just a poor fool who doesn't know what he's got himself into.
So it begins, as it was foretold. The final struggle has started.
I brought the book of the Guardian. Now that the box has been found, we will need this.
What is this book?
The Book of the Guardian was written long ago, when the first Guardian hid the box. It has been handed down through the ages. You had guarded it well.
I wish I'd guarded the box as well.
It was foretold, George. We must turn to the Book of the Guardian for guidance.
How will it help us?
It's a book of poems that is written to help us in our quest to solve the legend of the lost keys. The first part of the poem is the legend itself. It is written that if the box of destiny is ever found, then whosoever finds the 3 keys can lock the doorway open or lock the doorway shut. But above all, they must have the 2 children of Heritron. Then the fate of Heritron will be sealed forever.
It was written in the old books that the tunnel between the world of Heritron and this world would one day be opened up again. The box, Ariana, is the doorway to the tunnel. Whosoever has the 3 keys can lock the doorway open or lock the doorway shut.
Where are these keys?
Oh, no one knows. They were with the first Guardian when he hid the box all those centuries ago, and they're now lost.
But above all, they must have the 2 children of Heritron.
And who are they?
It is not known.
Well, the poem continues. Who is the boy and who is the girl? Who are the children of Heritron? His name is in bark, but not in bite, with 1,000 before. His friend in the fight is his twin. Life is serious always. Who is the boy? Who is the girl?
Who is the boy? Who is the girl? Do not lose the box. You must keep it hidden, it must be kept safe. Let no one open the locks. A capital means it's the start of a sentence. A full stop means it's the end. A question mark means it's asking a question. We put it at the end. An exclamation mark means someone surprised or very loud indeed. A comma tells you when to pause. They help us when we read.
Who is the boy and who is the girl?
His name is in bark, but not in bite, with 1,000 before. His friend in the fight is his twin.
Life is serious always. Could it be Lisa?
What? How?
We take the first letter from each line. L-I-S-A. Lisa.
Yes, but what about the other one? His name is in bark, but not in bite. The letter B is in both. If we remove B from bark, we're left with ark. Ark? Could it mean ark?
There's a box in the park. There are marks on the box. It's hidden in the dark, so you can't see the locks. Just another day in the park. There's a spark in the dark which lights up so bright. Hark to the fox as it barks in the night. Just another day in the park. There are locks on the box with the Guardian's mark. High in the sky, see the flight of the lark. Just another day in the park. Just another day in the park.
Is it possible the other one could be Mark?
Why?
Because they're my niece and nephew who are staying with me, and they're twins. Could they be the children of Heritron from the legend?
It cannot be. They're not from Heritron. They're from this world, Earth.
Agreed, but they're the same family. They, like me, are descended from the original Guardian.
It could be, but we must be absolutely certain. 1,000 before. Remember, the original Guardian who hid the box wrote these in Roman times. We must look up the numbers in your Roman Britain. We have to look it up.
You want to spell petrified, look it up. You want to find out when Julius Caesar died, look it up. You want to know how Romans built roads, moved heavy loads, or wrote letters in codes, look it up. If you want to find out anything, look it up. It's all inside a book. All you have to do is look it up. The Romans came, but why and when? How did they write or count to 10? Look it up. It's all inside a book. All you have to do is look it up.
Now let's see. Roman numbers. Roman numbers. Ah, here we are. 5 is V, 10 is X, 50 is L, 100 is C, and 1,000 is M. So 1,000 before means putting M before the word ark.
We were right. The poems do mean Mark and Lisa. They are the children of Heritron, the ones who will find the keys to the box.
But how? I do not know. But the legend cannot be wrong.
Children, we have a problem.
It's that box, isn't it?
Yes. It isn't just a box, it's a doorway.
A doorway.
Into another world. A world called Heritron. Sit down. That box was locked shut and hidden here almost 2,000 years ago by someone known as the First Guardian. Ever since then, we have sought to keep the box from those who want it opened.
Who's we?
I am the latest in a long line of guardians.
What would happen if the box was opened?
Then some very determined people from Heritron would come through to this world.
Who are they?
They're called the Catchers, and that's what they do, catch.
What do they catch?
Slaves. The Catchers are sent by the Takers who rule all of Heritron. It's a beautiful but menacing world. The Takers themselves used to live in luxury in grand castles with fine clothes and servants. But now their world is in decline and there's decay and ruin everywhere. And to support the way they live, they depend on a constant supply of slave workers to operate their machines. Well, they plunder other worlds to get those slaves, and once they've brought them back to Heritron, they soon forget where they came from. If the box is opened, then the Takers will send the Catchers through to Earth in their search for more slaves.
But if the box is hidden to stop it being opened, now it's been found, Professor Walters will open it.
And these catchers will come through?
Well, fortunately, it isn't that easy. You see, there's only one way to open that box, and the Professor won't know how to do that.
This is most unusual. There doesn't appear to be any way of opening it.
Professor, I was just wondering, these markings, could they have something to do with opening it?
Yes. Yes, of course!
The box can only be opened with 3 keys, but the first guardian hid them so that the doorway would never be opened.
Hid them where?
Ah, no one knows. The secret died with him.
Well, if they're lost, then everything's all right. The box will stay shut.
Ah, yes, but now that the box has been found, there's every danger that the keys will be found too. Now, what we've got to do is make sure that we're the ones to find them.
Well, Janus, what have you to report?
Supreme One, the box has been discovered.
At last. Have you opened it? Have you opened the doorway?
Not yet, Eminence, but it will be soon.
We have only 10 of your days, Janus, remember. After that, the worlds will be too far apart for us to come through.
Trust me, Eminence. After all this time, all these years of searching, now that we have found the box, I will not let you down.
I'm telling you both because it appears that you two are vital to solving the problem.
We are?
But how?
I don't exactly know yet, but if you two are involved, then you could be in serious danger.
Danger? So what can we do?
We must study the box to see if somehow it can lead us to the 3 keys.
I doubt Professor Waters will let you anywhere near it.
Then we must go when the professor isn't around.
The box has been found, but not the keys, Your Eminence.
Janus will find them, using this Professor Waters. I am more concerned about the rebel Anna. There is no news of her?
Nor her daughter. They have vanished.
They must be in hiding somewhere. We must find them.
I think this one might be open.
I don't think so.
Let me.
I'm sure it was locked. What do we do now?
You keep an eye on the door.
Well, 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 Mr. Gardner, caught red-handed, like a thief in the night. Well, 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 Mr. Gardner, caught red-handed, like a thief in the night.
I'm no thief. This is my box.
Your box.
I suppose you could call it a family heirloom.
And I suppose the police could call this breaking and entering.
Do we have to call the police, Professor? It could be bad publicity for the project. Imagine if the papers got hold of it. I don't think the Janus Foundation would be too pleased.
Yes. Well, we don't want to affect our funding. All right. But if I see you or these children around here again, I call in the police. Publicity or no publicity.
Oh, you'll see me again,
Uncle
Professor.
George!
That went well then.
Shut up, Mark.
We got what we came for.
Professor, that man obviously knows something about the box. Maybe he knows something that could help us... you... open it. If we kept an eye on him...
He might lead us to the keys to open it.
Excellency?
What news?
Our situation is becoming desperate, Excellency. As the slaves become weaker, the machines fail. The water machines have had to be stopped for up to 2 hours at a time in the cities. 2 weeks, the machines in the Western Province will have to be shut down altogether. That will free enough slaves to keep the other provinces in operation, but it means that the Western Province will collapse. If we cannot get slaves to run the machines, Excellency, Heritron will die.
Is there any news of the rebel, Anna?
No, Your Excellency.
Perhaps she has fled to Earth in the crystal capsule, taking the knowledge with her. She must be found.
How's your father doing? Oh, good, that's all right then. No, you stay with him. No problem here. All right, bye. Well, your granddad's recovering.
I knew he would when he saw our mum.
She has that sort of effect on people, doesn't she? Sort of orders you to get better. Look, I have to go out again.
About the box?
Yes.
We'll come with you.
Actually, I don't think that's...
But you said we were involved in this.
Well, yes, I did.
Well, then.
Look, I'll tell you what you can do. Go to the library, the section with books about ancient Rome, and check these markings. You may find a clue about what kind of keys we're looking for.
You said you didn't want to leave us on our own.
Why, get Erica to take you.
Where are you going?
Somewhere you can't for the moment.
Why can't we?
Because it's dangerous.
We don't mind danger.
Yeah, well, I do. I'm responsible for you. Now, look, anything you can find out about the markings on this box will be very important. Only don't tell Erica why you're looking them up.
We'll say it's for a school project.
That's a very good idea. Okay, Mark?
I suppose so.
Come on, then, let's go.
This is a con. Uncle George gave us this just so he could keep us out of the way of where the real action is.
You said it was important.
Yeah, right.
Well, could you not photograph the entire box?
Well, Mark and Lisa took the rest to the library to check on the markings.
But we could have looked them all up here.
I know, but I wanted to give them something to do.
Something safe. Guardian.
Well, I just
You
felt...
cannot hope to protect them all the time through this, George. They are involved. The future of Heritron depends on them.
I know.
Come, let us look at the poem. Straight, wide, long, no hill, no wood can get in its way, cutting across. Straight, wide, long, no hill, no wood can get in its way, except when another of the same, straight, wide, long, cutting across, digging, building, making, digging, building, making, crossing.
I don't know where to start to make sense of it.
Sometimes when you can't understand something, there's only one way to deal with it. Break it down. Maybe that's how we have to deal with this. We have to break it down.
When something's a puzzle, break it down. If it all looks like a muddle, break it down. Take it bit by bit, and you'll soon make sense of it. Don't get in a fit, break it down. When something's confusing, break it down. When you think that you're losing, break it down. When it's all too much to take and you think your brain will break, you can save yourself an ache. Break it down, break it down.
Well, perhaps we should start with these words. Cutting, digging, building, making, digging, building, making, crossing.
Cutting, building, digging, that's life as a Roman soldier. Marching, working, saluting, and getting older and older. An ing word is a doing word, and that's just what we do. We're doing all the time, all day, and all night through. Lifting, drilling, sleeping, that's life as a Roman soldier. Climbing, waking, eating, and getting older and older. An ing word is a doing word, and that's just what we do. We're doing all the time, all day, and all night through.
I wonder if I can throw some light on this.
Where are you going?
I'm going to look up the Romans in an encyclopedia to see if there may be any clues there.
I wonder if the shape has anything to do with it.
Romans. R for Romans. Let's see. R, R, R.
Alphabetical order is as simple as ABC. If you keep the A to Z firmly in your head, when you're searching in a book, it tells you where to start to look. B will always follow A like night follows day. C is always next to D like the land and the sea. K is always before L like silence before a bell. Alphabetical order is always the same. It's a simple rule, it's a useful tool. N is always before O like rain before a rainbow. S is always next to T like honey and a bee. Z will always follow Y until the stars fall from the sky. Alphabetical order is always the same. If you keep the A to Z firmly in your head, when you're searching in a book, it tells you where to start to look.
You know, it looks like a big X.
X marks the spot, eh? Oh, it's an old phrase here on Earth. It means where the treasure is buried. The keys are our treasure.
So we're looking for somewhere that looks like an X?
Maybe that's what this digging, building, making is all about. Something that somebody built. But what sort of a building looks like an X?
Not a building, George. A road. Or rather, two roads. A crossroads.
So the Guardian hid the first key at a crossroads?
There was one major crossroads here in Roman times.
But we still don't know what the key looks like.
I think we may do.
It's the same shape. Yes, that's the shape of the key we're looking for.
You check this out. I'll go and get the car and meet you out front, okay? Yep.
I didn't do anything. You must have done something to make it start.
It wasn't me.
This is a waste of time.
It won't be. Not if this gardener character leads us to the keys. There he is.
All right.
How was the library?
Boring.
You haven't told us what you found out.
Not where we're going.
I hope we've located the first key.
You know where it is?
I think I know where it was. At what used to be the old Roman crossroads in the centre of the city. That area was excavated some time ago, and all the artifacts they unearthed were put into the local museum. I'm hoping the key is among them.
I told you Uncle George was doing all the exciting stuff.
How did you find this out, Uncle George?
I'll tell you later.
That's what you always say.
No, I will, I promise you, Mark. Right now, let's go to that museum and see what we can unearth, eh?
What are they up to?
Maybe the key's here. All the Roman artifacts from this area are on display here after all.
Maybe. We'll keep at a discreet distance from them. We don't want them to see us.
Uncle George!
Shh!
It's not here.
Bet it was. Look.
So where is it now?
Excuse me.
Yes.
We're looking for a particular piece that's on that display there. Is it in the museum?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid that piece was stolen months ago, along with some other pieces from the same section. That was before we put the pieces under glass. I don't know why people do it.
That's terrible. Thank you.
Can you see them?
Yes.
Where? They're coming this way. They're in a hurry.
They came from the crossroads section.
What was he looking for?
Professor Waters, isn't that one of the designs on the box?
It is. Oh, it must be here.
It's not now. He must have taken it.
Right. Come on.
Do you think it was the takers who took the key, Uncle George?
Well, I don't see how. The box was only discovered a few days ago, but the key went missing months before that, long before they would have known what they were looking for.
Either way, it's useless. Can't even find the first key, let alone the other two.
Yes? Professor Waters?
Mr. Gardner, I insist you hand over that key.
What key?
The key that you stole just now from the museum, the key to the box.
Beg your pardon?
Don't deny it, I saw you there.
Well, I often go there. I'm interested in Roman remains, but I certainly didn't steal any key.
Don't lie to me. I insist that you hand it over to me right now, otherwise I'll call the police.
Oh. Well, when they discover that I'm not a thief, I'm going to sue you. That'll be very expensive and will certainly ruin your reputation. Of course, if you return the box to me...
I'll see you in court first.
Well?
He said he hasn't got it. But he has. I'm sure of it.
Oh, you have done well. Keep a close eye on the Professor. We will continue to use him.
You have news, Janus?
Our watcher, who has been keeping close to Professor Waters, believes the Guardian to be in possession of the first key.
Good. Remove it from him.
It will be done, Eminence.
And when you have it, take steps to locate the other 2 keys. Put pressure on this Professor Waters. Remember, we have only a short time.
What?
Shh. There's someone downstairs.
It's Uncle George.
He wouldn't be creeping around like this.
Burglars! We'd better go wake Uncle George.
Shh.
I didn't.
Shouldn't we phone the police?
I'm afraid the police won't be much use. I think it's about time I told you the whole story. Those were no ordinary burglars tonight. When the original Guardian locked and hid the box here almost 2,000 years ago, some of the takers followed him through to Earth, and they call themselves the Watchers. And they've been trying to find the box ever since.
But these Watchers were left behind in Roman times. They'd be dead by now.
Yes, but they had children, and their children had children, and so on, and the orders were always the same. Find the box and the keys and open the doorway. And that's what those 2 burglars were looking for tonight, the keys to the box.
But can't they be stopped?
Yes, they can. By 2 10-year-old children. You.
How do you know it's us?
Because the legend states that only 2 children can stop them. And tonight I realize those 2 children must be you.
I didn't make anything fly around tonight. You did.
We did.
You have the power.
What's the power?
The power to move objects by using only your mind.
But if we did do it, we didn't do it deliberately.
Well, exactly. That's why you've got to learn to control it. If the Watchers ever discover that you have the power, you'll be in serious danger. That's why you must never, ever reveal your secret to anyone.
Our people failed, Eminence.
Failed?
The Guardian has far stronger powers than at first we realized.
Our time is running out, Janus. We have only 8 of your days left before our 2 worlds drift apart and all will be lost. You must get the keys.
Shall we capture the Guardian, force him to hand over the keys?
I have a better idea. Let him work for us. Follow him wherever he goes. He will lead you to the keys.
This is ridiculous. I must have tried every antique shop and junk shop in this town.
What's that, Uncle George?
Oh, it helps me concentrate. Here.
Kingston Market.
Where?
Kingston's Antique Market. We haven't looked there yet.
I've never heard of it. How come you have?
I don't know. It just sort of popped into my head.
See? Come on. No, you hang on to it, Lisa.
It was amazing. It was like a magnet leading me to it.
It's a dowsing crystal from the other world.
I still say it was just coincidence.
Then how do you explain the fact that I found it?
I don't know. Luck or something.
Tell him it wasn't just a coincidence.
Well, Mark doesn't want to believe it just yet.
You're going out again.
Yeah, I'm afraid I am.
Where do you keep going to?
Mark, that's none of our business.
Oh, yes, it is. It has to do with these keys in the box.
Well, I can't tell you just yet. Well, other people are involved.
Who?
Well, I have to talk to them first. Look, I won't keep you in the dark much longer, I promise you. I'm going to ask Erica to keep an eye on you while I'm gone, all right?
Salutations, George.
Salutations.
Well? You have done well, Guardian.
Oh, no. The children did it. We guided them, milady, but they found it.
Truly, they are the children of Heritron. Come, we're trying to interpret the poem about the second key now. We're assuming that the Guardian has used the same idea again, that the poem is in the shape of the key.
In which case, it looks like this. The question is, where is it? Where, not why, when, or what. Where is the key, the next to be found? Which of you will understand why and where? at that place where Romans beat the Britons in the final fight which gave them the victory to rule us.
Why is the first verse asking so many questions? Where, why, when, or what? What is it trying to tell us?
Why is a wheat field yellow? Where do whales learn to swim? Why has a cat got whiskers? Why has a wheel got a rim? Who knows why? Who knows why there are so many words that begin with W-H? Why does the sea look stormy? What can you see from the wharf? The foam on the waves is as white as whey as it whips and whirls in a froth. Who knows why? Who knows why there are so many words that begin with W-H?
These poems are getting harder to solve.
When you're trying to understand something difficult, it's easy to become too focused on little pieces. It will help if we look at the whole thing first. We must skim and scan it to grasp the whole picture.
If it reads like a puzzle, don't get stuck on little bits. Skim the whole thing in one go, then you'll know how it all fits. Skimming and scanning, don't forget it. Skimming and scanning, you won't regret it. If it all reads like a muddle and it won't make sense to you, scan the whole thing, get the feeling, then the meaning will come through. Skimming and scanning, don't forget it. Skimming and scanning, you won't regret it. If it all reads most confusing, don't get tangled up in detail. Get the story, get the angle, it will help you grasp the tale. Skimming and scanning, don't forget it. Skimming and scanning, you won't regret it.
I think I may understand. The poem is about a battle between the Romans and the Britons. The final battle.
So the key could have been hidden at the site of the last battle.
But where was the last battle?
There's only one answer to that. We look it up.
Where do we start?
I'll look in an encyclopedia under battles.
And I shall look in a history book about the Romans in Britain.
If you want to find out anything, look it up. It's all inside a book. All you have to do is look it up. The Romans came, but why and when? How did they write or count to 10? Look it up. It's all inside a book. All you have to do is look it up.
The last great battle between the Romans and the Britons was in a field on the site of which is now Fen Street.
Fen Street? I know it. It's a place run by the council aimed at teaching children about growing vegetables and flowers. I'd better go back to Mark and Lisa and get them started on the hunt for this key.
How are the children coping with this?
They want to know where I keep going to when I come and see you.
Why have you not told them?
Well, the more people who know about you and this place, the more at risk you are.
But we're all taking a great risk, especially Mark and Lisa. They are the children of Heritron, and they will be in great danger if anybody should discover this. They have a right to know.
You're right, of course.
You lost him.
It wasn't our fault. He must...
You lost him! You will be punished for this.
Go.
Mark! Mark! Mark!
Lost Mark?
Yeah. He's not out with you, is he?
No, I haven't seen him. Actually, I thought it was time for a cuppa. Fancy one?
Yes, please. What's that? Mark! What on earth are you doing? You know we're not allowed in here.
That thing has just started to turn. I didn't know what was happening.
I told you never to come in here without me.
There. The window was open and a gust of wind must have blown in and knocked that thing over, whatever it was. We just had this crashing sound and rushed in here. I'll just get this cleared up.
I'll do it. You can all go.
We will not tolerate failure.
Supreme One, the Guardian is forceful. He has the power. But there is one weakness. There are two children, Lisa and Mark Astor, currently staying with him. They are his niece and nephew. I have a plan to kidnap the children and force him to exchange them for the keys.
Excellent.
In a very short time, the doorway will be open.
8 days, Janus. That is all the time we have. Succeed, and all rewards will be yours. Fail, and your misery will be worse than you can imagine.
You have a chance to redeem yourselves.
Cheer up.
What were you doing in Uncle George's study?
I was looking for something.
Looking for what?
I was just trying to find the...
Lisa, your mother's on the phone. Do you want to tell me what really went on in here this afternoon, Mark? There's no gust of wind short of a hurricane could have knocked that thing over. And I know the window was shut. After that incident the other night, I checked before I went out.
It wasn't Erica. She wasn't even in here. Nor was Lisa. I wanted to find out what was going on. You weren't telling us who you were going to see.
I see, and you felt let down. You'd never make a good spy, you know. You put my papers back in the wrong place. And a gust of wind couldn't have done that either.
I'm sorry. Is it valuable?
It's irreplaceable. Let's hope I can mend it.
I am sorry.
No, I have to say sorry as well. To both of you.
To us?
Yes, I should have told you sooner where I was going, but I was worried because it affected other people.
Who?
One of them is called Anna, and the other is her daughter, Ariana. They're both from Heritron.
How did they get here?
Yes. I thought you said that box was the only link.
Well, for the takers it is. Anna is the leader of what I suppose you'd call freedom fighters. They're people who want to change things on Heritron, end slavery, give everyone a fairer life. Anna developed something called the crystal capsule. Like the doorway, it can only be used when our two worlds are close together. And Anna used it to come here.
Why can't the takers use one?
Because there is only the one, and no one but Anna knows how to use it.
So she led us to the first key.
No, only to the crossroads. You led us to the key itself, remember, at the antique store.
Does she know where the other 2 keys are?
She's got a pretty good idea where one of them is.
Where?
It's at Fen Street Children's Farm. It's a place specially for youngsters. Old fogies like me, I'm afraid, aren't welcome.
We can go on our own.
No.
Why not?
Because it isn't safe.
We'll be all right.
No, I'll tell Erica to take you.
But she's not a child.
Well, she's young enough to get in. Look, this is the shape of the key you're looking for, yes? And you better take this again. Only be careful.
Do not risk clashing with the Guardian. Wait until the children are alone and then take them. There is nothing more important than the kidnap of those children. Nothing must stand in your way. Is that clear?
Erica.
No.
What?
We don't always need to be looked after like a couple of babies.
But it might be dangerous.
Anyway, once Erica sees what we're up to, she's bound to get suspicious. If we wanted to do digging, we could do it here.
That's true.
No, this one we do without Erica. So come on, let's find this Fen Street place.
Hello. What can I do for you two?
We've come here to do some work. Maybe some digging?
What, on your own?
Well, our mum just dropped us off. She'll be back for us later.
Well, okay. This way. Now, if you want a real challenge, there's a patch over there that's really wild. But be very careful. It's an old Roman site. And if you do dig up anything, it could be very important.
We'll be careful. Thanks. This is pathetic. We'll never dig all this up.
It's here somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
I've got that feeling. Take it.
It's all rubbish.
Take it. Are you frightened?
No.
Then take it. Well?
Maybe.
You just don't want to believe it. Would you rather dig up the whole field?
We'll see then, won't we?
Why don't we just go in and grab them?
Because it'll be easier to wait for them to come to us. They have to come out this way. And then they'll be nearer the car.
I must be mad to be even doing this.
We'll just go down a bit more.
We'll be in Australia if we go down much more. Wait.
What? Well?
That was amazing. It really worked.
Come on.
Mark? Lisa? Your uncle told us you'd be here. He sent us to pick you up, save you the walk home.
Thanks, but we'd rather walk.
Oh, don't worry. We're perfectly safe. Hey, wait!
This way!
It was stupid and dangerous. If I hadn't come along when I did, heaven knows what could have happened to you.
We would have got away.
Oh, yes, how far?
We're sorry. We just wanted to do something on our own.
Now, you don't realise how dangerous the situation is.
We do now. Anyway, we did one thing right. We got the key.
Sir Derek.
Might I ask what you're doing here, Professor?
Well, examining the box, of course.
No, I meant, why aren't you searching for the keys to open it?
Oh, I've sent Dr. Burns to do that. I'm trying to work out if I can duplicate the keys in any way.
Well, you can't.
Really? For a layman, you seem to know an awful lot about this box, Sir Derek.
Well, I certainly seem to know more than you do.
Now, look here.
No, you look here. We've poured money into this project. We paid for the equipment. We paid the legal costs. And now we want results. We want the box open, and we don't want excuses.
Oh, I don't see the need for such haste, Sir Derek. This is the best Roman discovery ever made in this country.
So if you want to keep it, you better get it open.
Salutations.
Salutations. We have got the second key.
That's wonderful.
2 of the keys found. 1 more to go. This proves our theory that the poems are in the shapes of the keys.
Which means that the third key looks like this.
Unfortunately, it's one of the most common designs in Roman times.
Ah, mosaics. There were pictures made up of little pieces of different coloured tiles.
Where waters lap and the strigil scrapes, the frigidarium cold, the tepidarium warm. Where the fiery furnace rages, the key will be found on the edge, with my soft letter at its side.
My soft letter.
Does that mean something to you?
My soft letter at its side. Well, that could be G for George. In the English language, a G can be either hard or soft. A hard G as in guardian or gutter, and a soft G as in George or legend.
In the age of legend, the guardian appeared and made a generous gesture, an agent of change. Although he was a stranger, he faced up to the danger. When he follows G, the G will sound soft, that is the golden rule. Try to remember this piece of advice, it is a useful tool. years of history were shrouded in mystery until the latest agent. Now the vigil's nearly over. This latest agent will find a way through danger. When he follows G, the G will sound soft. That is the golden rule. Try to remember this piece of advice. It is a useful tool.
Where waters lap and the strigal scrapes, the frigidarium cold, the tepidarium warm. Strigal, frigidarium, tepidarium. These words are not familiar to me.
Oh, I was hoping they would be. They must come from this world.
No, I'm not familiar with them.
We'll have to look them up. Well, I shall start with the dictionary. Frigidarium, frigidarium, frigidarium. Oh, I cannot find it here.
Ah, wait. That's an English dictionary. Suppose those words aren't in English. Well, these poems were written in Roman times about Roman things. I suspect they're Latin words. Latin, the language the Romans spoke.
So, what we must do is look in the right context.
There must be some words that you know. What kind of picture do they show? Is it about the food that they eat? Is it about a town or a street? You can find out what it's all about if you read in context. Get the whole picture, then have a quick guess when you read in context. There must be some words that you know. What kind of picture do they show? Is it the work they do all day? Is it about the way people play? You can find out what it's all about if you read in context. Get the whole picture, then have a quick guess when you read in context.
I'm not sure where to look.
Well, it may be listed in the index at the back of the book.
It may be. Strigal. S for strigal. S strigal.
Alphabetical order is always the same. It's a simple rule. It's a useful tool. N is always before O, like rain before a rainbow. S is always next to T, like honey and a bee. Z will always follow Y until the stars fall from the sky. Alphabetical order is always the same. If you keep the A to Z firmly in your head, when you're searching in a book, it tells you where to start to look.
A strigal is a scraper made of bone, wood or metal. They were used by the Romans instead of soap to get dirt off when bathing. And a frigidarium was the cold pool in a Roman baths. And a tepidarium was the warm room with a small pool.
Ah, Roman baths. That must be where the Guardian hid the third key. But there must have been hundreds of tiles in a Roman bath.
But only one of them will have my soft letter by its side.
So the tile we want will be marked with a G. It's down to you, George. You and the children.
Yes. Countess, we have a problem. The Watchers followed me right to the end of the alley this time.
Oh, I feared this.
Well, I managed to lose them, but my coming here like this is getting too risky. I think we ought to use the crystal communicator.
Is that wise? We know the Watchers have a similar device. They will be able to use theirs to trace the signal from ours, and then they will find us.
We have little choice. It will be safer.
Very well, then. Keep safe, George.
So, Janus, you still do not have the keys. Time is fast running out. The keys!
The Guardian still has the keys.
Then bring him in.
It will be done.
We believe the rebel Anna has fled to Earth in the crystal capsule. She will be helping the Guardian. Find her. While she is free, she is a danger to us. Remember also, she will know the names of the 2 children who have the power to stop us. There must be no opposition.
Eminence.
It's here somewhere.
Come along at the back, please. Please keep up.
Uncle George, there it is.
It is the final key.
The Supreme One wishes us to bring the Guardian here. However, we both know the Guardian is strong. He has the power. But then so have we. And we also have this. A disarming amulet. Put this on the Guardian, and his powers will be neutralized.
I will not let you down. I will bring him to you, Sir Derek.
Yes, let's see what we've got here. Let's have some light, shall we? Closed-circuit TV systems throughout, burglar alarms, locks on all the cabinets.
We can take care of those.
We?
You'll need us. Need our powers.
Our powers are stronger than yours. You said so.
Oh, very well. In that case, this is what we are going to do.
Hours, I think. Hours, I think.
We've got to do something!
After them!
Is there any word yet of the rebel, Anna?
It now seems certain that she has left Heritron. There is no trace of her here.
Taking the knowledge with her.
So far, we have no clues as to the identity of the children referred to in the legend.
Then lock up all the children.
Lock them up? Lock up our own children? Why not just the children of the slaves?
Because the legend says the children of Heritron. They will be two of our own.
Parents will protest.
So let them. When we track down Anna, she will be able to tell us who the children are, and we can release the others.
Why didn't you let us use our powers against them? We could have easily defeated them.
No. They'd realise at once that you were the children of Heritron. Then all would be lost.
The woman who led the attack tonight, she was the one with Professor Waters. Dr. Burns.
So if she's a watcher, then Professor Waters is a watcher too.
Well, not necessarily. They might just be using him. Oh, come on, it's way past our bedtime.
Well, Janus?
We should have the keys to the box and the Guardian within the hour, Eminence, provided that our people carry out their instructions.
I have told you before, we do not want excuses. We have just 5 days left when the catchers can come through. Our whole world is at risk. If your people fail, we shall hold you responsible. And you know the penalty for failure. Is that clear?
Clear, Eminence.
We await the good news. For your sake, we hope it is soon.
Come in.
Sir.
Ah, good. You have the Guardian.
No, sir.
No?
The boy, he raised the alarm.
Quiet! I don't want excuses. I want the keys to the box and the Guardian.
I nearly had them. They were within my grasp, all 3 keys. The Guardian has 2 round his neck, and the 3rd he'd just taken from the baths.
All 3? We must get him, Burns. We must not fail.
Tea's made, Uncle George.
Yeah, I'll have it in a minute. I'm just putting the finishing touches to this.
How's it going? Can you mend it?
Oh, I hope so.
What exactly is it?
It's a communication device. I hope to use it to get in touch with Anna in the crystal capsule.
Wow.
How exactly does it work?
Well, this picks up my image here and sends it through to the crystal capsule where it's received by a similar device. But we know the Watchers have something like this too, and the danger is that they will pick up my signal too and work out exactly where Anna and Ariana are.
Like tracing a phone call?
Yes. So all our communications must be as brief as possible.
Will we be able to see then?
If it works.
But if it doesn't, it's going to be all my fault.
Well, let's see, shall we?
It must be George. But who's that with him?
It is George. Ah, and you must be Mark and Lisa. Salutations. So, you are the children of Heritron. I do not envy you your task. The fate of your world and ours is in your hands. I hope you are brave. This is Ariana. It is an honor to meet you.
Oh, no, Countess. They're honored and privileged to meet you. But we must be brief. We have the 3 keys. What do we have to do now?
We will consult the poems. Communicate with us again in 10 minutes. And perhaps we will have some answers.
To seal the box for all of time, heed the words within this rhyme. Take the keys 1, 2, and 3, and open the locks 1, 2, then 3. Before the danger can come through, here is what you then must do. If your world you are to save, and never be the taker's slave, shut the doors and lock them tight. Turn the keys with all your might.
Shut the doors and lock them tight. Turn the keys with all your might.
The takers cause fright, they rule by might, and a terrible blight may face us. But there are those who will fight to keep up the right, to stay out of their sight forever. Might isn't right, there's a light in the night, the guardian's right, he's ready to fight. But the takers cause fright, they rule by might, and a terrible blight may face us.
Why are these poems never as simple as they first look? Why are they all so complicated?
Because when the guardian wrote them, he was worried they would fall into the wrong hands. Don't give up so easily. Come, let us start at the beginning.
To seal the box for all of time, heed the words within this rhyme.
To seal the box for all of time, heed the words within this rhyme. Before the danger can come through, here is what you then must do. Guard the box and shut the locks. Words don't have to spell the same for them to sound the same. It's called the rhyming game. The taker's world is grim and bleak. The master's strong, the slaves are meek. The watchers are a dangerous force. You must put them off their course. So guard the box and shut the locks. Words don't have to spell the same for them to sound the same. It's called the rhyming game.
Take the keys 1, 2, and 3, and open the locks 1, 2, then 3.
I think it means that the box is locked with a kind of combination lock.
I think you may be right. You must use the keys in the right order. 1, 2, then 3. That way it locks the box forever, as it was foretold. And slavery on Heritron will cease.
A slave gets no money, a slave's life is hard. Each slave takes a rake and they work in the yard. They rake, they are raking, they tire, it is tiring. They are slaves, slaving. If you want to make a word work, knock off the E and on an I-N-G. There are slaves in the house and slaves in the yard. The slaves in the kitchen work terribly hard. Means to make, they are making. Bread to bake, they are baking. They are slaves, slaving. If you want to make a word work, knock off the E and on an I-N-G.
It's George.
You're just in time. We've solved the 5th poem.
You have to use the keys to open the box, but you must use them in the right order, the order of finding them. Once you've opened the box, that obviously does something to break the seal. Then shut and lock the box again, and then the doorway will be closed forever.
Oh, very well. So all I have to do is get my hands on the box.
Burns! Burns! Why is it doing that?
Someone must be using a crystal communicator somewhere. Anna!
Trace it, trace it.
Sorry, it was just too quick.
So, she is here. She will no doubt communicate with the Guardian again. Get someone to monitor the crystal day and night. In the meantime, I have a plan to lure the Guardian here tonight with the keys.
Excellency, the catcher commanders are here, as you ordered.
Have them come up. The doorway at the other end of the tunnel will soon be open, and your patrols of catchers can go through. There is no time to be lost. Go. Prepare. The situation worsens daily. Already the machines in the Western Province are turned off every night. In another week, they will be shut down completely. The eastern area cannot survive beyond another month. Other provinces will soon follow suit. We must have those slaves.
It will not be in time to save the Western Province.
Then work the slaves harder.
We are doing so, but they're weakening. Is there any news from Janus as to the whereabouts of the rebel, Anna?
No. But she is there, on Earth. I can feel it.
All the children of Heritron are under lock and key, as you ordered?
They will be released. As soon as we find Anna, and force her to name the children of Heritron. It won't take long.
And if she will not tell?
Oh, she will tell.
So, we know what we have to do. Open the box with these 3 keys, and then relock it.
And it'll stay shut forever.
But why?
What?
Well, it doesn't make sense. It's already locked, so why have you got to open it again and then relock it? Why not just leave it shut?
Well, I don't know either, Mark. The legend won't be wrong. If that's what it says, that's what we do. Get to the box, open it, and then lock it forever.
I can't see Professor Waters agreeing to that. Especially if he's one of those watchers.
Well, I'm not at all sure that he is. I don't think he realizes what he's getting himself into.
How do we find out?
I think it's time the professor was told the whole story.
About that assistant of his, Dr. Burns.
Professor Waters?
Well, Gardner, say what you have to say and then leave. I'm a very busy man.
I think it's time we sorted out our differences. I can open the box.
Uh-oh.
I have the 3 keys.
Right. Let's get it open.
Oh, wait. Before we do, I think I have to tell you what all this is about.
Open the box first. There'll be plenty of time for explanations later.
No, you have to listen to us first.
The box is more than it seems. It's a doorway to another world.
Oh, really?
A world called Heritron. That box leads into a tunnel that links both the worlds together.
Are you completely mad?
Heritron is a world that depends on slave labor. If the box is opened, then the so-called catchers of Heritron will come through and plunder this world for the manpower they so desperately need.
This is nonsense.
It's the truth.
My job is to make sure that the box is sealed shut forever.
This is pure make-believe. That box is simply a Roman artifact.
You can prove it. We'll open it.
All right. This way. It's in here. The box. It's gone. It's gone.
This is a repossession order for 1 box. The Janus Foundation is claiming ownership of it by reason of funding granted to Professor Humphrey Waters.
Oh, this is intolerable. I'll get that box back if it's the last thing I do.
May well be.
What?
As I told you, Professor, it's not just a box that's at stake. These people are fighting for their very existence. Does anyone else have access to this area?
Only my assistant, Dr. Burns.
That explains that.
What do you mean?
Clever child, aren't you?
What's going on here? Dr. Burns, what do you mean by this?
What do you mean by this? I'd have thought you'd have had the brains to work that out for yourself.
Dr. Burns, you're dismissed.
Somehow I don't think that'll worry her.
You think you can stop us. We've taken the box and there's nothing you can do about it.
What's going on here? Dr. Burns, what do you mean by this?
What do you mean by this? I'd have thought you'd have had the brains to work that out for yourself.
Dr. Burns, you're dismissed.
Somehow I don't think that'll worry her.
You think you can stop us. We've taken the box and there's nothing you can do about it.
How dare she speak to me like that? How dare she? They won't get away with this.
Look, Professor.
Put me through to Sir Derek Janus. Immediately. Tell him it's Professor Waters. Hello. No, I said Sir Derek. What? What did you tell him who was...
You see?
He wouldn't take my call. Right.
What are you going to do?
Do? I'm going to call on that upstart and insist I have the box back.
Well?
Our plan is working better than we'd hoped. The Guardian was at the workshop, so he already knows that the box is here.
Excellent. Now that we have spun our web, let us await our fly.
Excuse me, do you have an appointment?
I don't need an appointment. I've come here to get my property back.
I'm sorry, sir.
Seems to be the trouble, Roberts.
Sir Derek, this man...
I demand you return that box.
Really?
I have put years of research into finding that box.
Research funded by us. Our money, our box, I think. Now, would you kindly go?
I'm not leaving.
Roberts, would you call the rest of security and have this man thrown out?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go. But only because brawling is beneath my dignity. You will hear from my solicitors.
Yes, Mum, everything's fine here. I am behaving. Okay, give our love to Grandad. See you at the weekend. Bye. She says she'll be here by the end of this week.
Ah, didn't I say?
So when are we going to the Janus Foundation?
We are not going anywhere. I'm going.
You have to take us with you. We can help you.
You might need us. And our powers.
All the more reason for not taking you. Look, I'm going into the Lion's Den itself, the Janus Foundation, the Watcher's Base. It's too risky. The legend says you two are vital. I've got to make sure you're safe.
But we can't stay here on our own.
I've asked Erica to stay over.
And what happens if they catch you?
They won't. Look, Lisa, I'll be back tonight and long before midnight. Don't worry.
My plan is working, Eminence. I have brought the box here. The Guardian must follow it. He cannot do otherwise. It is his duty, his destiny, to guard the doorway. He can never abandon it.
And he has the keys.
All three.
Good. You have done well. Do not fail in the last step. The doorway must be opened.
It will be done, Supreme One.
a ground squirrel. Meerkats tolerate them as den mates, perhaps because they help excavate the burrows. The grey meerkat isn't a cat at all, but a mongoose. Like players in a football team, each meerkat has his role.
Still no sign of him, Sir Derek.
Oh, he will come. He will come.
Night, you two.
Mark!
It's past midnight. He said he'd be back by now.
I know. I'm beginning to worry.
Well, if we tried Anna, she might tell us what to do.
How? We don't know how that thing of Uncle George's works.
I think I do. I watched him set it going. I think I could get it to work.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? Remember, it's dangerous and we don't want to alert the watchers.
What choice do we have? It'll be okay if we're quick.
Where's George? What has happened?
He's gone to the Janus Foundation.
The Janus Foundation?
Yes.
He has gone into the Watcher's base?
What should we do?
For the moment, nothing. Wait with the communicator. We will speak soon. I'm worried. George going into the Janus Foundation without consulting us first. Something is wrong. Those children can sense it, and so can I.
Perhaps we should see what the next poem says. February is the month that's pure, March is Mars, the month for war, April is the month that opens, May is Maya when mother governs, June is Juno, queen of gods, July is Julius who ruled the worlds, August, Augustus, emperor great, September 7, October 8, 9 November, December is 10, then the whole cycle begins again. January, Janus and both its faces, the hidden danger beneath the smile that graces. This has got to be the most difficult poem so far. All these strange words of Maya, Juno, Julius.
They all have capital letters. I wonder, are they names?
If you have a proper name, Mark or George or Lisa, then they start with a capital letter. It's the same with Julius Caesar. Is it a name that's capital? The first letter's the same, but it's capital. Juno, queen of gods, Augustus, emperor great, Mars, the god of war, all start with capitals as before. Is it a place that's capital? The first letter again is capital. The Roman towns of Verulamium, Duro, Vernum, and Londinium, Aquae, Portus, Dubris. Put an atlas on your lap, you will find them on the map. If it's a name, if it's a place, that's capital.
Well, if they are names, who or what are they?
Let us begin with what we do know. The poem was written in Roman times. Perhaps the names are Roman.
Books on Romans again?
I think so. At least we'll be looking in the right context.
There must be some words that you know. What kind of picture do they show? Is it the work they do all day? Is it about the way people play? You can find out what it's all about if you read in context. Get the whole picture, then have a quick guess when you read in context.
They are Roman names for months of the year. February is named after Februar, the Roman festival of purification, and March is named after Mars, the Roman god of war. But that still doesn't tell us anything about George and the Box of Destiny.
Unfortunately, I think it does. What was the name of the place that he was going to? The place where the box is?
The Janus Foundation. Janus in the poem.
January, Janus, and both its faces. The hidden danger beneath the smile that graces.
Both its faces?
Janus is the two-faced god of the doorway.
But what does that tell us? What does it mean that he has two faces?
Hey diddle diddle, face as long as a fiddle. It's a figure of speech. Reading the poem will solve the riddle. There may be a figure of speech. Finding the meaning is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Keep your shoulder to the wheel, your nose to the grindstone before the sands of time run out. Perhaps you'll find the answer. Hey diddle diddle, it sounds like a riddle, but they're all figures of speech. Once you know the answer, keep it under your hat. Don't let the cat out of the bag. You can fool the enemy, pull the wool over their eyes. Yes, you can be two-faced too. Yes, you can be two-faced too. Hey diddle diddle, it sounds like a riddle, but they're all figures of speech.
Two-faced is another way of saying not to be trusted. January, Janus, and both its faces. The hidden danger beneath the smile that graces. The Janus Foundation is a trap for George, and he's walking straight into it.
It's a trap. The Janus Foundation is a trap.
A trap? I knew it. We've got to do something.
Do nothing. You can't do anything. It's too dangerous. Stay there until the morning and wait for George. We must break off communication now. Keep safe.
We can't just wait here.
But Anna said...
Forget what Anna said. I'm going to the Janus Foundation to warn Uncle George. Are you coming or not?
I'm coming.
Well?
No sign of him yet, sir, but
But what?
I didn't see you coming along the corridor just now either, sir.
He's done something to the camera system. He's frozen the images.
So he's here already?
Go and check on the box. And then reset the crystal viewers.
box is safe. Security systems should be back online. Sir Derek.
Well. This is even better.
Lisa? Lisa?
Welcome, Guardian. Welcome, Guardian.
Mark! Lisa!
Welcome to my little trap. The children are an added bonus.
Let them go.
Of course we will, Guardian, for a price. The keys.
No, Uncle George!
Don't do it!
Oh, yes, do it, Guardian. Otherwise, you know what will happen to them. At last!
Your plan will fail, Janus. You will never succeed.
Really? And who is going to stop me? You and your powers? Burns, the amulet.
He's using his powers. Hold him.
No, no!
Oh, and as for letting the children go, I lied. Take them away.
There, it will give you time to dwell on what's going to happen to you.
You fools, why did you ever come here?
Because Anna said it was a trap.
Anna told you to come here?
No.
She told us to stay and wait.
You dared to disobey Anna?
We're sorry. We only came to save you.
Oh, no, I'm sorry I got angry.
Can't we get out of here and shut the box again?
How?
Use your powers to open this door.
Not with this on. It strips me of my powers.
Can't we take it off?
No, I'm afraid not. It needs someone with more controlled power. It needs Anna.
So we have to go to the crystal capsule. But we have the power.
But you don't know how to use it.
We can try.
Well?
They're safe.
Good. Now, to open the doorway. doorway to Heritron. Guard this doorway with your lives. No one is to go through until I have spoken to the Supreme One.
I can feel it. Something moving.
Keep trying.
It's no good. It doesn't work.
Now, calm down. Just try again. Just concentrate on the bolt. Picture the different parts moving. The metal slides apart easily, easily. And the bolt comes up and...
We did it!
Well done. Now to get out of here. Get careful. Stay close to me.
You'd think there'd be guards patrolling.
Fortunately for us, they think we're safely locked in that room. Also, they'll be guarding the box.
Supreme One, the doorway is open. The catchers can come through. You can take slaves from this world at will.
You have done well, Janus. You will be greatly rewarded. And the Guardian?
We have him, Supreme One, and he has been neutralized, so he cannot use his powers.
Excellent. Bring him to me.
Me?
Yes, Janus. You can have the privilege of being the first to go through the doorway.
I am going through to the world of Heritron.
You?
I have been summoned. Go and fetch the Guardian. Bring him through after me. The Takers wish to see him. Do it now!
Should you not wait and go through with the Guardian yourself?
No! This is my moment of triumph. I will not share it with him. Bring him through after me like the slave that he soon will be. This is my destiny.
Salutations. Her Excellency is waiting for you in the control room.
Please, wait. This is my first view of the world of Heritron. Let me take it in.
Now to Anna to get this thing off. But be careful. The Watchers will still be searching for her and Ariana.
Gone? They can't have gone far. Search the building.
George, salutations. Salutations. I'm glad to see you safe. Guardian, is this wise?
Possibly not, but we're being left with fewer and fewer options. If anything happens to me, Mark and Lisa have to know how to find you.
Why, what has happened?
The Watchers have opened the box.
How? A disarming amulet. You are not to blame. Do not touch it. So, the Watchers now have the box of destiny, and it is now open. This is grave news indeed.
What do we do?
Oh, now I understand. This must be what this next poem is about. When the precious falls into wrong hands, wrench it back with force. Aqua.
Well, that's all.
Yes, that's all.
What does it mean?
I've no idea. It's most confusing.
It's like a riddle.
Well, it can't be that difficult to work out. It is only one sentence.
Much can be conveyed in one sentence, Mark.
Where is the box? Is the cause lost? You must use all your force. You will need help, and it will come from a surprising source. A capital means it's the start of a sentence. A full stop means it's the end. A question mark means it's asking the question. We put it at the end. An exclamation mark means someone surprised or very loud indeed. A comma tells you when to pause. They help us when we read.
The precious is obviously the box, which is truly precious.
And the wrong hands it's fallen into are those of the Watchers.
But what does this mean? Wrong hands wrench it back. Wrong hands wrench it back.
It is written, it can't be wrong, but the wrangles and struggles are long. A wrinkle in time, a stone on a wrist, to wrestle in darkness and mist. When W joins R at the start of a word, the W is silent, it isn't heard. Wrench it back, wreck their scheme, face the rough, break their dream. It is written, it can't be wrong, but the wrangles and struggles are long. When W joins R at the start of a word, the W is silent, it isn't
So according to this, the box of destiny has to be wrenched back with force.
Go in and take it from them, with a struggle.
Apparently.
3 of us against all of them.
Perhaps it doesn't mean forcing the Watchers to hand it over.
Well, it does say wrench it back with force.
Yes, but I see what Ariana means. The word force has more than one meaning.
Like air force.
Or police force.
A force of people.
The desert is a place that's full of sand. To desert a friend is underhand. There are words that spell the same, that look the same, but with different meanings. You bow to a king, you bow to a ruler, but you use a bow to fire an arrow. There are words that spell the same, that look the same, but with different meanings. Someone has to go first, someone has to lead, while lead is a very heavy metal indeed. There are words that spell the same, that look the same, but with different meanings.
What about this last word?
When the precious falls into wrong hands, wrench it back with force. Aqua.
Aqua.
It sounds sort of Roman.
Doesn't it mean water? Aqua as an aquarium? Yes, it's the Roman word for water, surely.
Water. Professor Waters.
He is the force we need to get the box back from the Watchers?
It must be so. The legend cannot lie.
Come. It does not do to keep Her Excellency waiting.
Of course. Repairs are needed everywhere. Now you see why we need the slaves so urgently.
Excellency, the Watcher Janus.
Where is the Guardian?
He is following, Supreme One, under escort. I could not wait to be in your presence.
I understand. You have done well, Janus.
Burns?
Speak.
Eminence. The Guardian.
Yes, we await him.
He has escaped.
Escaped?
Eminence, I gave instructions.
Wyatt, did you not use the disarming amulet?
I did. I saw it put on the Guardian myself. He has no powers.
Then how did he get away?
Eminence, I do not...
Wyatt!
We're searching the building. He cannot have got out.
Unless he had help.
Help, Eminence? You mean there is a traitor among the Watchers? It's unthinkable.
What about the two children? His niece and nephew? Maybe they have the power. Perhaps they are the two referred to in the legend. The two children who can seal the fate of Heritron forever.
No. The legend refers to the two who can do that as children of Heritron. These two are Earthling children.
Quiet, Burns. Did you not hear, Supreme One?
Yes, sir.
In some way, the Guardian received help from the rebel Anna and her child. We must find them.
We are looking. We are searching.
Look harder. Return to Earth at once. It is now even more imperative that you find the crystal capsule and destroy it.
Yes, Supreme One.
At last, the doorway is open. Now is the time to go through. We have precious little time left.
When do we go and see the professor?
We don't know where he lives.
We could go to his laboratory.
In the middle of the night? He wouldn't be there.
No, there's nothing we can do now. Did one of you leave that light on?
No.
Not me.
They know we've got away.
That's what I'm thinking. Erica.
Where have you been?
It's entirely my fault. I'd gone badger watching and I actually found some.
Badgers.
Yes, I was so excited. I came back for the children to show them and I didn't want to wake you.
You should have left a note or something. I've been worried out of my mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's entirely my fault. I just didn't think you'd be up at this hour. Forgive me.
All right. As long as next time you go badger watching, you take me with you.
It's a deal. Come on, kids, off to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
What on earth went wrong here, Burns? Losing the Guardian like that. Don't you realize the terrible danger you put me into? Where is the Guardian now?
I don't know. We're searching for him. I have alerted all the Watchers.
This is simply not good enough.
Yes? Sir, we know where he is.
Where is he?
This is Turner, sir. The Guardian and the children have returned here.
to work together. It's the only way we're going to get the box back.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong. I expect to have it back here very shortly.
Oh?
At this very moment, my solicitors are in court getting an order for its return.
I see.
And frankly, I can do without you and your bizarre theories of what's in it.
Maybe. But you'll never open it without me. You can't.
Waters. Excellent. I'll join you there now. That was my solicitors. They've got the court order to get the box back. I'm going to meet them at the Janus Foundation building now. That box will be back here within the hour.
Still shut.
Very well. I'll telephone you when it's back. But if you're wasting my time and you can't open it, I warn you, I'll have you thrown out.
Lead on. Even as I speak, the catchers are on their way. They will come through at any moment. We are to assist them in any way that we can. The Supreme One is very pleased with you all. We will all be greatly rewarded. I said I was not to be interrupted. Yes.
I'm sorry, Sir Derek, but the police are here.
What? The police?
They're with Professor Waters. And they've got a court order to take possession of a box. They say it's stolen property.
What?
Sir Derek, are you there?
Very well. Send them in.
We can't let them in here, Sir Derek. The doorway!
And what do you suggest we do?
Resist them! Fight!
And arouse their suspicions about what is really going on here? Don't be a fool, Burns. Quickly, get the keys. Close the doors. They mustn't see.
Stop that woman! Those items are part of the box.
I'll have to take those as well, I'm afraid.
Sergeant, there has obviously been some kind of mistake. This box belongs to the Janus Foundation, of which I am chairman. We have already proved that the funds used to retrieve it came from us.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just carrying out my instructions.
If you'll wait one moment while I call my solicitors.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't go against the order of the court.
What are you doing? Why are you returning?
The door is suddenly closed against us. We could not get through.
What? Wait here. Guard the door.
Very well, I'll be over right away. Mark! Lisa! Professor Waters has got the box and the keys, but he can't open it. Come on, let's go!
Yes. Oh, they're here. Good, good. No, you let them in. Let them in.
Oh. Impressive security.
No one's going to take this box away from me again, I can assure you.
Allow me. They have to go in the right order. It's like a combination lock. First, there, then, there, and there.
They don't work!
There's a door handle.
This is madness.
You see why it has to be locked forever?
But... Oh, no, you don't. No, it's a trick of some sort.
It's not a trick.
And now it's opened. No, I'm not having it shut again.
It has to be.
It's my box. And as far as I'm concerned, you've played your part. This is just some sort of optical illusion. Now you've opened it, you can go.
But, Professor...
Out! Before I call my security people and have them throw you out.
I can't let you do that.
Oh, can't you? Or let me see you try to stop me. What the...
I warned you.
I don't know what trick you're trying to play, but you won't stop me.
I hate to do this, but you leave me no option!
It didn't work. Maybe it's a different combination to lock it.
Or maybe there's something else. Come on.
But what about Professor Walters?
Oh, he's safe in there for the moment. Come on.
They're communicating. Anna and the Guardian.
Trace it.
I'm trying, but they must keep contact for at least 30 seconds.
It's George. Let us hope everything has gone well.
The keys didn't work.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Ah, that may throw a different light on this next poem.
What do you mean?
It made no sense at all until now.
I must break off the signal now.
Come, let us look at that poem again. As the legend draws to a close, so the vigil will be over. This will be the time for the children of Heritron. Go through the first door to the second door, turn the keys, face the danger. That's the catch. I think what we have to do here is to break the poem down. That way we'll be able to understand what it's saying.
When something's confusing, break it down. When you think that you're losing, break it down. When it's all too much to take and you think your brain will break, you can save yourself an ache. Break it down. Break it down.
Let's start at the beginning. As the legend draws to a close, so the vigil will be over.
Legend. Vigil. But what is it telling us about the legend or the vigil?
The pages of history were shrouded in mystery until the latest agent. Now the vigil's nearly over. This latest agent will find a way through danger. When he follows G, the G will sound soft. That is the golden rule. Try to remember this piece of advice. It is a useful tool.
Still very confusing.
Well, not all of it. There's one part here that's quite clear. This will be the time for the children of Heritron. Well, we know who they are. But then it goes on. Go through the first door to the second door, turn the keys, face the danger. That's the catch.
That's the catch? What does that mean?
Watch out, there's a hitch. Watch out, there's a catch. Fetch the keys, but watch your back. It's a last-ditch attempt, but there's a hitch. There's a catch. The watchers are waiting. They've hatched out a plot. You will pitch all your strength, but there's a hitch. There's a catch. Pitch yourself against the watchers, match yourself against the catchers, but watch out, there's a hitch. Watch out, there's a catch.
I wonder.
Yes?
There's more than one door. There are 2 doors, one at each end of the tunnel. I think it means that Mark and Lisa have to go through the tunnel and lock the other door. The door at the other end of the tunnel.
Go right up to Heritron?
Yes.
But they could be caught. And if they are, they'll never be able to get back. And the door will still be open. It will be open forever. We can't risk that.
We must. It is foretold in the legend. Whosoever has the 2 children of Heritron will seal the fate of Heritron forever.
Well?
I'm trying, sir. I'm trying, but they keep breaking off communication. It's no good. I've lost them. They didn't stay on long enough.
Where have you been, you idiot? Get back to reception and make sure that no one else comes in. Understood? No one!
Go through and lock the door.
That's what Anna said.
It's too dangerous. I won't allow it.
It's not your choice. The legend said right at the start, the children of Heritron will seal its fate forever. You said that. And we are the children of Heritron. You said that as well.
Yes, but
You can't go against the legend. It's our destiny. We have to go through and lock the door.
Well, the legend also says, whosoever finds the keys can lock the doorway open or lock the doorway shut. It doesn't say you two have to do it.
But we found the keys.
We all did. So I don't believe it makes a difference who locks the door. That's why I'm going to do it.
But the poem said...
I know what it said, and I know what I'm saying. You're not going through into that tunnel.
What tunnel?
Badger tunnel.
You're not taking them out badger watching again, are you?
No, not this time. It's just me.
You'll ruin your health staying out on damp nights like that.
Excuse me.
You were right. They were there, at the other end. It was terrifying.
This way, Professor. We'll talk about it in here. So that's why I have to go through and lock the doorway at the other end.
Yes, I see that now.
You stay here and recover, and I'll go to your lab.
No, I have to come with you. I gave my security people instructions not to let you in.
Well, in that case, let's go. Don't worry, I'm not going into their world, only as far as the end of the tunnel. I'll be very careful.
That's right, sir. I overheard them. He's going into the tunnel, right to the far end. He's on his way now, sir.
If I'm not back by midnight, tell the children. They'll know what to do.
I will.
And I want you to make me a promise.
What?
Well, if something goes wrong and I get caught, look after the children till their mother gets back. They're the only hope this world has.
I promise. I was a fool not to believe you before. A lot of precious time has been wasted.
Let's hope we're not too late. Look after the children.
Welcome, Guardian. Her Excellency has been expecting you.
If I'm not back by midnight, tell the children. They'll know what to do.
I will.
And I want you to make me a promise.
What?
Well, if something goes wrong and I get caught, look after the children till their mother gets back. They're the only hope this world has.
I promise. I was a fool not to believe you before. A lot of precious time has been wasted.
Let's hope we're not too late. Look after the children.
Welcome, Guardian. Her Excellency has been expecting you. Come. It does not do to keep Her Excellency waiting.
Uncle George isn't back yet. He's in his room.
Do you think the takers have caught him?
I don't know. I guess so, otherwise he'd have been back by now.
What do we do?
Well, I think we ought to get in touch with the crystal capsule. Latana and Ariana know what's happened.
Okay. What about Erica? Do you think we ought to tell her?
Let's talk to Anna first. Oh no!
Oh, it must have fallen over.
What are we going to do now?
Yes. Good. One moment, Sir Derek's here. It's Turner, sir. She's broken the crystal communicator as you ordered.
Excellent. Well done, Turner. Now that the Guardian is held on Heritron, those children will have to go to Anna for help. There is no one else they can turn to. And when they do, they will lead you directly to her.
No, don't worry, sir. I'll be with them. Everything is prepared. What are you doing in here? What have you done?
It wasn't us.
Well, who was it then?
Maybe it's Uncle George.
Professor Waters, come in. Excuse me.
Hello? He hasn't come back yet, has he?
No. No, I'm afraid not.
The takers must have caught him.
Oh, I'm sure he's all right. Well, actually, I'm not sure he's all right. His last words were that if he didn't come back, I was to come and tell you to.
Yes.
He said you'll know what to do.
Your mother's on the phone.
Hi, Mum. Yeah? Yeah, everything's fine. No, Uncle George isn't here at the moment. He's only gone out for a second. Erica's here, and Professor Waters. The house is full of adults.
Leave that alone.
But I'm sure I've seen something similar. This is Roman design, I'm certain of it.
Leave it alone. It's not yours.
But I may be able to fix it.
George left me in charge here. I don't want you interfering and making it worse.
Now look here, this is my field of business. This is what I do.
So you'll be here this evening? Right. See you then. Bye.
I wish she was here now.
What are we going to do?
The way I see it, we've only got two choices. Phone Mum back and tell her what's happened.
But what can she do? Uncle George told the professor we'd know what to do.
He said we were to go to Anna if he didn't come back.
Right. Then that's our plan of action. We'll have to go to Anna.
Look, I've seen this sort of thing before. Well, all right, not exactly the sort of
And
thing.
I said leave it alone. Come.
We're going to go out. We won't be long.
Out? Where?
Just on an errand. It's something Uncle George wanted us to do.
Okay, I'll come with you.
There's no need for you to come, Erica.
Oh, yes, there is. Your Uncle George left me in charge. That means I'm responsible for your safety. You're not going wandering the streets on your own.
I'll go with them, wherever it is.
No way. I can't let them go off with a stranger.
He's not a stranger. He's a friend of Uncle George.
We know him.
Well, I don't.
Honestly, he's all right.
Look, George left you in my care. If you won't accept that, then we'll just have to call your mother and let her decide who you can go off with. Well?
Okay. We'll have to tell her, Professor.
Okay, but on the way, we haven't got much time. Come on, let's get changed.
If something goes wrong and I get caught, look after the children till their mother gets back. They're the only hope the world has.
So if we can't shut the doorway, then the catchers will come through.
And that's where we're going now, to find out how to shut it.
And save Uncle George.
But this is all so... That's how we felt when Uncle George told us. But you'll believe it once you meet the others.
Others?
Turn left here.
How did you do that?
I'll explain later.
Come on. Mark! Lisa! Who is this?
This is Erica.
She can be trusted.
This is wonderful.
I do not like this. You're not wise to bring a stranger in like this. She could be anyone.
We didn't have a choice.
Where's George?
He hasn't come back from the tunnel.
What? The legend stated it was supposed to be you two who went.
That's what we told him.
But he wouldn't let us go. Uncle George left her in charge of us while he went. And she won't let us out of her sight.
Which proves she can be trusted, doesn't it?
I'm not at all happy about this. Why didn't you use the communicating device to get in touch with us?
It's broken.
Do you think the takers have caught him?
I'm very much afraid they have.
What can we do?
All may not be lost. Let us look at the next poem. Perhaps that will guide us.
What's this book? Poems?
It's just an old manuscript.
In the end, everyone needs a friend. The twins of Heritron will be the guardian's friend. A friend believes, no friend deceives. These friends are brave, they'll save the slave. A friend will help to mind you. A friend will do what others won't. A friend will come and find you. In the end, everyone needs a friend. What a strange poem. And who are the twins of Heritron?
We are.
It's just their pet name. It means nothing.
A friend believes, no friend deceives. Well, a friend wouldn't deceive you, would they?
The soldier fighting on the field against invaders lost his shield. I must yield and leave the field, said the soldier. I before eat, except after sea. That's the golden rule. A mighty blow he had received, and he would die, his foe believed. I am relieved, you are deceived, said the soldier. I before eat, except after sea. That's the golden rule.
These friends are brave, they'll save the slave. What does that part mean?
Ariana, would you go and show Erica around? I do not wish to be rude, but I need to speak with Mark and Lisa.
Of course.
There's something about that girl I do not like one little bit.
She's okay, honest. She covered for me when I broke. When I did something silly.
Well, she's here now. It's unavoidable. Now, let us not waste time. These lines about saving the slaves, I think it means that once the doorway is locked shut and the takers defeated, then there can be no more slaves on Heritron.
There are slaves in the house and slaves in the yard. The slaves in the kitchen work terribly hard. Meals to make, they are making. Bread to bake, they are baking. They are slaves, slaving. If you want to make a word work, knock off the E, add on an I-N-G.
But what is the poem telling us to do, Anna?
I'm not sure. Oh, if only George had not disobeyed the legend. The poem said it was supposed to be you two who went. By going himself, he has defied the prophecy.
We tried to stop him, to make him let us go. He just wouldn't listen.
But why did he go? Why? He knows you cannot go against the legend.
Perhaps he was meant to. And his actions were foretold. Is that what the poem is trying to tell us, Anna?
That may be a very wise thought, Lisa. Perhaps we're looking at it too hard. We must skim it and scan it to try to discover the greater meaning.
If it all reads like a mug and it won't make sense to you, scan the whole thing, get the feeling, then the meaning will come through. Skimming and scanning, don't forget it. Skimming and scanning, you won't regret it.
Now I understand. A friend will help to mind you. A friend will do what others won't. A friend will come and find you. It is saying that George's friends, the two of you, have to go into the other world to rescue him.
Us?
I think Anna's right.
How will we find him once we get to Heritron? He could be anywhere.
We don't even know if he's still alive.
Yes, he is. Here. This will guide you. While it glows, it shows he's still alive. The nearer you are to him, the brighter the glow. Follow it. Use it to find George.
Erica, we have to go now. We have to get to the box.
Where is it?
It's in Professor Walter's workshop.
I know where that is. Come on.
Erica, I think you're going the wrong way. Erica, to get to Professor Walter's workshop, you should have taken the turning back there.
Erica, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, no, I'm not. You're coming to meet some friends of mine. They've been dying to meet the children of Heritron.
Stop the car, now!
So Derek and the others thought the legend meant 2 children actually on Heritron. But it meant you 2. All this time, and you've been right under our noses. Central locking. Very useful.
If you don't stop, we'll make you stop. How did you know Erica was a watcher?
I didn't. I promised George to keep an eye on you, so I followed you.
What, to the bookshop?
And when everything seemed all right, I didn't interfere. And when the car suddenly stopped, I knew something had gone wrong.
Could you drive a bit faster, please? We have to get through the doorway before Erica can warn the takers.
I wonder what's happened to Uncle George.
Where is the crystal capsule? You will tell me, Guardian. You will tell me.
I'll come with you. I promised George I'd look after you.
No, it's down to us now.
I can't let you go alone. It's too dangerous.
We must go alone. It is our destiny.
We're the children of Heritron. It's what we have to do.
Uncle George went against the legend and it all went wrong. Now we have to go and we have to go alone.
Very well.
There is a task for you. If we fail and we do not return, you must go to the bookshop you followed us to. You'll find Anna inside. Warn her. She'll know what to do.
I will.
Come on. Let's go.
I'll come with you. I promised George I'd look after you.
No, it's down to us now.
I can't let you go alone. It's too dangerous.
We must go alone. It is our destiny.
We're the children of Heritron. It's what we have to do.
Uncle George went against the legend and it all went wrong. Now we have to go and we have to go alone.
Very well.
Come on. Let's go.
Hold on, hold on.
Wait, you idiot!
We've got to distract that guard. What about the tray he's carrying?
That should do it.
Let's go.
How's this thing supposed to work? I don't know. Try moving. Where? Any direction. See what the crystal does.
It's this way.
So these two children, Mark and Lisa,
are the children of Heritron. I heard it all. I heard Anna and her daughter tell them what to do.
and they are on their way to Heritron now. I must inform Supreme One. The crystal capsule,
I did as you instructed, Master.
the bomb.
Hidden, primed, and ready to go off in about 8 minutes from now.
Anna and her daughter will be destroyed. The end of the rebels, our triumph complete. Turner, you have done magnificently.
I've gone too far.
You must be mistaken, Janus. How can two Earth children be the children of Heritron?
Supreme One, they are descended from the original Guardian. Heritron blood flows in their veins. They are the ones. And they are on their way to Heritron now. And Eminence, there is more. We have placed a bomb inside the crystal capsule which will destroy it. And Anna, and all the knowledge she has collected. It will eliminate all opposition to us and crush the rebels once and for all.
Excellent, Janus. You have done well. So, the children are on their way to Heritron.
The guard on duty at the doorway has made no report of seeing them come through.
They will come. Anna has been dealt with. We hold the Guardian. The catchers can go through. Nothing can stop us now.
Who is this? I cannot see you clearly.
But I can see you, Anna. We have never met, but you may have heard of me. Sir Derek Janus, Chief of the Watchers.
Janus. And what do you want with me?
I believe you have already met my colleague. She left a little present for you when she called on you recently. I thought you'd like to know it came from me. It's, a bomb. This is the end, Anna. The end of you and your whole rebellion. It will die with you. I calculate you have about 5 minutes left. 5 minutes of panic and terror while you try and find where the bomb is hidden. In the meantime, I thought you'd like to know what's happened to your friends. The takers have the Guardian secure. And as for those two children, Mark and Lisa, well, by now the catchers on Heritron will have them too. It is all over, Anna. Finished. We have won. Goodbye.
A bomb? The final poem. So that is what it was saying. I knew that girl wasn't interested. Oh, how could I have been so foolish? Stand for what's right. Don't be frightened to flight. It's there out of sight. Time to conquer your plight. Comb the area or the bomb will make your home a tomb when the sands of time run out.
We've got to get out of here before it goes off.
No, we must stay. The poem says so. Stand for what's right. Don't be frightened to flight. It's there out of sight. Time to conquer your plight.
The takers cause fright, they rule by might, and a terrible blight may face us. But there are those who will fight to keep up the right, to stay out of their sight forever. Might isn't right, there's a light in the night. The Guardian's right, he's ready to fight. But the takers cause fright, they rule by might, and a terrible blight may face us.
Comb the area, or the bomb will make your home a tomb. What does that mean?
Comb the area. It's a saying on this world. I think it means to search. We must find the bomb.
Comb the area, or the bomb will turn the capsule into a tomb. As a rule of thumb, the bee is there to keep them company. It's there in sympathy, it's there in harmony, it's there a silent bee. Comb the area, or the bomb will turn the capsule into a tomb.
We don't even know what we're looking for.
Wait, we did not complete the poem. We may have missed something vital. Comb the area, or the bomb will make your home a tomb when the sands of time run out. The sands of time run out. What does it mean?
Hey diddle diddle, face as long as a fiddle. It's a figure of speech. Reading the poem will solve the riddle. There may be a figure of speech. Finding the meaning is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Keep your shoulder to the wheel, your nose to the grindstone before the sands of time run out. Perhaps you'll find the answer.
The sands of time. I wonder.
What?
Perhaps that's what the timer mechanism is. An hourglass.
Well, it could be anywhere.
No, she wasn't here long enough. It will be close enough to hear.
What, to hear sand trickling out of a glass?
Yes, if we use our powers. Listen. Put our minds together. I can hear it. It's over there.
How do we stop it?
Be still. Let me concentrate. There.
What about Mark and Lisa? And George? Is there something we can do to help them?
There is nothing. Nothing we can do to help them.
We can't hear you. It's too thick. This is impossible.
No, it isn't. We'll have to smash it.
But how?
With our powers.
We won't be able to smash this. Everybody on Heritron has the power. They'd hardly make it so it could be broken by anybody just because they have the power.
But we aren't just anybody. We're the children of Heritron. We have stronger powers than anyone else. It must be something to do with us using them together, or because we're twins. I know we can do it. You just have to believe in it.
I don't know.
Don't start doubting your powers now. The more we believe in it, the stronger we'll be. Now come on.
Come on.
Think storm. Think power storm. Good, more. Hold the doors!
There. What's happening?
It's all disintegrating!
The box. Oh no. No, what's happening to the box?
It's the final prophecy. The doors have been locked by the children of Heritron, and the fate of Heritron sealed forever. This link between the two worlds has been destroyed.
But now there's no proof of what happened. Do you realize what this would have meant in scientific circles if we could have told the world? I'd have been famous. Well, we'd have been famous.
I doubt it. No one would have believed us.
It's better this way, Professor, believe me. Come on, it's all over.
So, this is farewell. We will never forget you, children of Heritron, and what you've done for our world and for yours.
Can't you stay here, on Earth?
We must return to Heritron. Now that the tunnel is shut forever, there can be no more slaves. The days of slavery will be over, and the power of the Supreme Taker will be at an end. We must free the slaves and rebuild Heritron as a better and fairer world. Will you come with us, Guardian? There is much work to be done.
This is my world now. I belong here.
Will you come back?
Sadly, we cannot. Already Heritron draws away. Our time is nigh. We must leave now.
We will remember you both. Always.
Keep safe, my friends. Keep safe.
Keep safe.
We'll never see them again.
Yes, I know, but they have a whole world to rebuild.
What should we do about Sir Derek Janus and the Watchers?
Well, nothing. With the tunnel gone forever, they can't get back to Heritron. They're finished.
Won't they come after us?
Oh, no. Now they know that you're the children of Heritron and that you've got these great powers, I think they'll be more worried you might come after them.
I still think we ought to do something.
Well, there's nothing we can do. They can't get back to Heritron. That's punishment enough. That and the knowledge they've failed. Oh, come on, let's go home, eh? Your mother will be back before us if we don't get a move on. Come on.